I am Savvy Mike, and this is I Am Savvy Mike TV. And on your screen right now is an annoyed ass Kanye West. I can't get over this face, bro. I cannot. I paused it just to look on his face. He looks so mad right now. The interview hasn't even started. And if I played the intro of what Piers Morgan was saying in the beginning, he wasn't saying nothing bad about him. He said some nice things. Kanye just looked mad as hell. I think he's mad he couldn't set up the production. I think he wanted to wear the black KKK outfit. And they said, fuck no. I think he's just pissed. With him being this pissed and with him being this mad, of course at some point he was going to storm out, and that's what we're here to watch and listen. And then it's just turned into a Sneako interview and asking the question of why is Sneako next to Ye in this fashion and capacity, especially with him saying the things he's been saying about the Jewish people and Hitler and all that bullshit. So let's fucking listen, bro. I'm sorry, I'm in tears right now. I just had to do an intro. I couldn't because his face. I mean, I did. We made it. We powered through, but goddamn, look at his face. He's so mad. Like he's mad as hell.
And Ye join me now. Well, welcome to Uncensored. Ye, we haven't spoken for a while. How are you?
I'm doing good. I don't use the term West, the whole drop the slave name idea.
Okay, so we just call you Ye, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, look, when I last interviewed, we had a long conversation. And since then, a lot has happened in your life. And so I'm grateful for the opportunity to try and talk to you about some of this. How would you say your life is at the moment?
I mean, you see that view?
Yeah. Your life is good?
Well, judge it on the view as the answer to how my life is. Judge me by the view.
Well, the view is Mallorca. I've been there. It's a beautiful place. And for all intents and purposes, you seem very relaxed and happy. That is in direct contrast to your public image at the moment over the last couple of years, led by your ferocious... Well, hang on, let me finish the question. Led by your ferocious use of...
No, but I already disagree. It's not in contrast. There's so many people and artists that are championing the idea of someone being able to just express who they really are and have been able to go through the war of being attacked by the banks, being attacked, by the banks. That's the best way to put it, being attacked by the banks and to still be here with this view is, that's the win. So I think I'm in contrast to your contrast.
Okay, but the point I was going to make is that I watch what you put out on X. You've got 32 million followers, so you're one of the most followed people.
See, wait, now look right now. You're not going to take inches off my dick, bro. Like, how many followers do I have?
Well, how many is it?
I think you could do the study. You got a whole staff over there.
I thought it was 32 million. How many is it? You obviously know.
Don't help them out.
I'm told it's 33 million now. So congratulations. You're slightly bigger following than I thought.
No, congratulations. Your information is correct. You're not just some, dude trying to sub. I'm a gift, bro. You know what I mean? Why do all you people in media act like you haven't played my songs at your weddings or graduations or at funerals or when your child was born? You take somebody that's living like a Lennon, a Michael Jackson, and you just take all this time to just, like, that nuance right there. It's idiotic. It just shows the hate that you put out for people that put love. There's so much love in the art that I put out.
With all due respect, what are you talking about? I haven't said anything.
What are you talking about? It's dirty. Okay, now you're not taking accountability or responsibility.
You said it. You implied I haven't played your music. Of course I played your music.
I need No, sir. This is what you get for now. We can circle back when you can count.
Okay.
Yo, Kanye West is fucking off his rocker right now. He's off his fucking rocker right now. What the actual fuck was that? Like, what in the actual fuck was that? Now I'm gonna play the rest of this because Sneako and Piers Morgan get into it and start, I guess, debating each other and at least trying to have a proper interview. But as far as addressing what Kanye West just did and him getting up because Piers Morgan didn't get his Twitter or his X follower count right. I guess Kanye has 33 million followers on X. I just, I feel like Kanye's attitude was he didn't want to be like he didn't want to be there. I think he was doing a favor for Sneako because Sneako I feel like is playing Kanye West's Agent Smith in a lot of ways. For all this man has to say about us being in the Matrix, he definitely looks like Agent Smith if he were brown. But look, it's kind of hilarious to me. But I rock with Sneako. I fuck with Sneako. It was just a joke, just a little joke. But he does look like Agent Smith. Like he looks like Kanye West's Agent Smith. That's what he looks like. He looks like he's in the Matrix right now. He even got the wire. Like he looks like he's in the Matrix right now. I'm sorry, but that's it. I fuck with Sneako though. I don't necessarily agree with a lot of things he says, but I do like the informative way he puts how he feels. I'm not mad at it. But regardless of it, yeah, Kanye needs some actual help. Not somebody massaging his ego, because it's definitely giving them a way bigger platform than they had. Like, he's going viral every time Ye does things on the stream. Like, it's definitely putting him in a light that he wouldn't necessarily be putting if it was just him streaming. Like, Sneako will go viral for certain things, but it wouldn't be as consistent and as instant as it's been with him being right next to Kanye West. So I think Kanye's paying these streamers, Neon, Sneako, Ack, to just talk well about him, and in doing so, him paying them for talking well about him, he is also saying, hey, I give you some clout as well. I'll be on your stream. I'll talk to you on the phone. We can do interviews. You can stream with me while I'm working on the album, while I'm playing The Last of Us Part 2, because why watch the show? It's trash. Anyway, that's another subject for another channel. Anyways, let's finish this.
Where's he gone, Sneako?
Yeah, that's it for Ye. But it's nice to meet you, Piers.
Where's he gone?
I think he's going back to work. There's several things he's working on. I was not aware he was going to leave like this, but it seems like he got upset about the...
So it's all just a game, is it? Is that the idea?
Followers. I mean, life is a video game, is it?
No, I just wondered what the point of this exercise was. Was he supposed to do an interview or not?
Are you supposed to do an interview? But I mean, the amount of Twitter followers, something like that, it's patronizing for no reason. You said his name incorrectly. His name is Ye. This is very public about that. Hopefully we could do it. I think this was good. We were prepared for a good interview. But come on, you know what you were doing.
What do you think I'm doing?
I think you were trying to patronize very intentionally by getting those two things, under his skin. Maybe it could have been about past interviews or because of what happened yesterday. But, I mean, this information is not that difficult to get right.
Yeah, we called him Ye, and we got his Twitter following count wrong by 1 million, from 32 to 33 million. Also, for the record, you guys dicked us around yesterday, and you seem to find that very entertaining and amusing in your live stream, which I'm sure you will now. You kept all my crew in Spain and here waiting, and then wasted their time. And then you got us all back now, and you've wasted our time again. And you again may find that funny and entertaining, and that's fine. I don't. I think it's a total waste of everyone's time and effort and money.
Well, I mean, it is. I was ready for the interview yesterday, too. My time is important as well. Regardless if it was wasted, we have to admit this is somewhat entertaining. You know, this is going to be laughed at by many people. It's
What's
not what I expected,
What's entertaining?
That was funny. That's undeniably walking off right into the beginning of an interview is funny.
Yeah. Out of interest,
You were subjective.
Out of interest, what do you do with him?
I'm working on several films right now. I am streaming out here. I'm editing, and I work on things behind the scenes, some inspiration for art. I'm just there to try to help fulfill his vision.
Well, let me ask you the questions I would have asked him. So, I mean, out of interest, what is with his obsession with Hitler? Why is he so rampantly anti-Semitic?
I'm not going to answer
social
questions
media?
on his behalf.
Well, you're going to have to because he's not there.
Questions on his behalf.
He's not there.
What's that? What's that?
He's not there. Literally, he's dropping a track today called Heil Hitler. Why are you happy to be associated with somebody like that, out of interest?
I'm not going to speak on his art and his vision while
I'm
he's not
asking
here.
you. I'm asking you why you're happy to be associated with somebody who most of the world believes is now a rampant anti-Semite.
Well, you're associated as well. Your show's called Piers Morgan Uncensored.
Yeah.
You tried to get him censored on X, and here you are on the days we're going to release this song, doing an interview with him. So we're all involved here. It's not like I'm the only one complicit.
Yeah, the reason I wanted to get him on was because I don't think anyone holds him to account for anything he does on X. And in fact, he deliberately breaches all of X's rules, and yet he does it with impunity and is allowed to do it, whereas millions of other accounts get suspended for far less offences. So I was going to ask him directly, which is why I mentioned his X following. I was going to ask him about what he puts on X and why he does this, why he continually attacks Jewish people, why he continually celebrates Adolf Hitler. And then I'm curious about, given he's not there, can't answer these questions, what your association is with this guy and whether you're comfortable to be associated with somebody who most people consider to be an anti-Semite.
I think I just answered this question. And these are good questions. I think I just answered half of
We haven't
that
answered
one.
the question, have you?
But, I mean, if I did, you said, what are you doing out here? And I said, I'm doing films and I'm recording behind the scenes and I'm streaming and I'm editing and helping fulfill his vision.
Have you been helping him with the track Heil Hitler?
No, I don't. I'm not a music guy. And if you wanted to get questions about his Twitter or X correct, then you should have got the number of followers correct. That was something intentional that you knew what you were doing.
So I got
if you
the
know
size of his
everything
dick
about
wrong.
what he's
Is
tweeting,
that what you say?
Well, if you know everything else that he's tweeting, you should have got that right as well.
Oh, don't be so pathetic, Sneako. Honestly, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get good content which will promote you, Sneako. And I'm just curious how you, Sneako, deal with the fact that you are so openly associating yourself
You asked that question
with
a few
somebody
times,
who
and I
seems
mean,
to
I can ask you the same
worship
thing.
Adolf Hitler and is pro the Nazis. Do you feel comfortable about that?
No, we worship God. There's a
No,
if you're gonna
he
say
worships
it's pathetic
Adolf
that
Hitler.
I'm here promoting this. We could talk about how
He
pathetic it
worships
is that
Adolf Hitler.
That you were essentially working for Israel up until a couple months ago and
Really?
promoting
When was I
things
working for Israel?
like genocide and not pushing back.
When was I working for Israel?
If it's pathetic to make films behind the scenes of one of the greatest living artists, probably the greatest living artist.
Well, he certainly was.
You point the finger at
He
you and
certainly
say
was
it's pathetic as well.
he was a great artist. Unfortunately, he's become a rampant anti-Semite who adores Adolf Hitler, embraces Nazism, uses swastika slogans.
I'm pretty sure he says he loves
to
everyone.
sell his
I'm not
merchandise,
gonna speak
and
for
has a
him,
new
but
record out called Heil Hitler. So forgive me if I don't currently
the
see
song is
him
not. I mean,
as one of the
everything you're
world's
saying
great
in this question
artists.
is incorrect.
Yeah, but I don't see
Everything
him.
you're saying in this question is incorrect.
Sorry?
The song isn't out. The song isn't out for one. And two, he says he loves everyone. He says he loves Jews. He says he loves Hitler. He says he loves everybody. But
Right, so when he says, let me ask you, given you're the one sitting there, he said Jews were better as slaves. You have to put your Jews in their place and make them into your slaves. You then said make your Jews work for you, but watch them as close as you can, whip the Jews. You comfortable with that, Sneako?
I think I find it funny. That's not something that I would do personally. I don't whip anybody.
You think it's funny, do you? Whipping Jews?
Slavery.
Using Jews as slaves? You think that's funny?
I think the context of that is funny, yeah.
What's the
also
humour?
to remove any sense of humor
I'm missing
from
the
that is
humour. What's the
ridiculous.
humour?
Do you want me to break down a joke for you?
You think it's a joke, do you, about whipping Jews?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a joke because I've been here for a couple weeks and he hasn't whipped any Jews.
Okay, all right. This is where I'll end this one. I have no
I have no opinion on the matter that is being discussed at the moment. I do have opinions, but I'm not going to share them. That's not a topic I want to broach. So we're just going to leave that there. They said what they said. They asked what they asked. It is what it is. And regardless of it, Piers Morgan said he was a great artist. Now he's a rampant anti-Semite. And while Kanye's actions definitely say that is true, the music he is still making is still to his level of greatness at the end of the day. While I might not agree with the lyrics, I can see what he's going for. And I feel like if he had other people around to punch it up and actually make it sound like a good song that isn't dissing the Jews or hailing somebody we shouldn't be hailing, and just making it a cool song, then yeah, I think we'd still be calling Kanye West one of the greatest to ever do it, because he'd still be producing at that level, because he honestly still is. He's off his rocker. And so it's no filter to his thoughts at the moment. And so they're just being laid out on track to the point where he's confessing sucking his cousin's dick. Like that's how much is not a filter around at the moment. And I wish somebody like Sneako would be that filter. I wish somebody like Neon would be that filter. I wish somebody like Ack would be that filter. Like, at the end of the day, if I ever met Kanye West, yeah, I would be starstruck, because it's Kanye fucking West. Graduation is one of the greatest rap hip-hop albums of all time to me. He's made some of the greatest rap songs to me. He's produced some of the greatest rap records to me. Yes, I will be fucking starstruck. But at the end of the day, I gotta be me. I gotta be me. Like I gotta call a spade a spade. And while I'm not saying you can't believe what you want to believe and what you feel is true, but some things should just be kept in private. Like, some thoughts should just be kept to your fucking self. Some things you should not be telling the world. You should just not be spewing out to everybody, you should be telling a therapist so they can guide you through those fucking thoughts. Kanye doesn't need pills. He doesn't need Sneako. He doesn't need artistic and speech freedom. He doesn't need none of that. He needs a fucking therapist that actually cares about his well-being and will be willing to sit and listen to his bullshit for 4 to 5 hours. That's what he needs, and help guide him through those thought processes with, like, look, okay, understandable that you feel this way, but have you ever thought about it like this? Have you ever thought about it like that? You make some okay points, but in the end of the day, calling a man that killed millions of people and praising him and saying his name and admiring him is not the right thing to do, because he's a murderer, a mass murderer. And while, yes, the slave owners and the Confederates, in my opinion, they were mass murderers too. But, you got no real record of that, unfortunately, because America always seems out to white out their past. Like, oh, that didn't happen like that. No, we were just using them to pick cotton and make money while beating them and raping them and doing all these other things to them. Treating them like property. Look, the more I talk, the more I get into the rabbit hole that I was not trying to go down. I said I had no opinions, and I still don't. So we'll leave it there, man. Hate Kanye sometimes. Anyways, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. And to everybody, that might be mad at me for anything I said, just know I keep it real at the end of the day. I have a filter. I didn't go as deep as I wanted to. I tried to keep it as surface level as I could. But anybody who understands. And I believe Kanye might understand. He's just going about it the wrong way. It's the total wrong way. Because violence at the end of the day cannot beget violence. You cannot say one group of people is bad while praising the other group of people that is just as fucking bad. No. They're all assholes. That's how we should look at it. I am Savvy Mike, and this is I Am Savvy Mike TV. Peace.